The paperclip slowly and visually melts through the rubber band. The coin goes inside the glass. The magician positions the deck, and the spectator's card magically rises out of it. The folded up card turns inside out. The coin is rubbed into the magician's elbow and completely disappears. The magician wraps up the blue straw, and it turns red. Hey, how's it going everybody? Oscar Owen here, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you some incredible magic tricks that anybody can do. I've made sure that these tricks are both visual and easy to perform so that you can start performing them right away. Watch carefully as the paperclip melts through the rubber band slowly and visually. Everything can be inspected. The best part about this trick is that it requires no gimmicks. Use any rubber bands and paper clips you like. This is a really easy effect that just requires 2 rubber bands and a paper clip. Attach a paper clip to one of the rubber bands and then place it between your ring fingers with the paper clip at the bottom. Now place your first 2 fingers inside the rubber band like this. Here's where the secret move happens. Your thumbs are going to come over all the bands and then under the bottom band to lift it to the top. Now, as you can see, there are multiple gaps in between each of these bands. Just place your first 2 fingers in the first gap, your middle 2 fingers in the middle gap, and your ring fingers in the final gap. And then release your thumbs. This creates the illusion that the paperclip is on top, when in reality it's just been stretched there. Now, to move the paperclip down, shake the rubber bands and release your first 2 fingers, and it will look as if it's jumped down. Then keep shaking and release your middle fingers, and it will look as if it's moved again. Finally, release your ring fingers, and it will look as if the paperclip has travelled down all 4 bands. The magician tries to rub a coin into his elbow. This fails, so he tries a second time. Again, this fails. He tries a third time, and the coin completely disappears. This is a beautiful and powerful effect you can do anytime you're at a bar, party, or restaurant. All you need is a coin and a table. To begin, pretend to rub the coin into your elbow. Of course this won't work, so drop the coin and pick it up and try again. This will fail a second time, so put the coin back on the table, and here's where the secret move happens. As you go to pick up the coin, use your middle finger to flick it backwards off the table as shown in the action of grabbing it. From here, pretend to rub it into your elbow and then reveal the coin has vanished from both hands. One of the reasons I love magic so much is because it's always teaching you something new. And if you're looking to learn new skills or improve on existing ones, then check out this week's video sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for creative and curious people. For instance, I've been taking Jordi Vanderput's video editing in Premiere Pro class so that I can create better videos on YouTube for you guys. He's taught me how to color grade my videos to a more professional quality, and I really hope you've noticed that in the videos you've been watching on this channel. I'd also recommend Skillshare to anyone who's looking to create their own YouTube channel, because there are loads of classes on how to both film and edit videos more professionally, which will help you stand out from other channels on YouTube. Furthermore, Skillshare has absolutely no adverts, so you can stay focused and learn much faster. It's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription, so join Skillshare today, and the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description will get a free trial of the Skillshare Premium membership. Thanks again to Skillshare for making this video possible. The magician has some cloth, and a blue straw. He puts the straw onto the cloth and fairly wraps it up. He pauses, snaps his fingers, and unrolls the cloth. The straw is now red. This trick requires 2 straws and a napkin. You can also switch out the straws for knives and forks or different coloured pens, whatever works for you. If you're at a dinner party or something, this is something that's really quick and simple that you can do with items on the table. To begin, place the red straw underneath the cloth, like so. You want it roughly in the middle, so the red straw, I can feel it, is about here. Then take the blue straw and place it in front of the red straw. So the blue straw is here, the red straw is just behind it here. Now all you need to do is roll by picking up the red straw and just rolling over the blue straw, and keep rolling until the back bit of the cloth goes over the top like this. What you've now done is essentially flipped the cloth over so that when you pull it away, the red straw will now be displayed. You can show this out, and then when you want to show the cloth completely clean, because the blue straw is underneath it, all you need to do is pick up the cloth and it will look as if nothing's there. The magician displays a single card. He folds it up cleanly and fairly so that the blue back is being shown. He then suddenly rubs his hand over it and it instantly goes inside out. He opens up the card to show that there are no extra pieces. The spectator asks to see this trick again, so the magician rubs his hand over the card and turns one part of it blue again. This is a hyper-visual trick, and the magician can even show both sides of the card. He then rips the card in half and shows that it's actually flipped. He then hands the card out to be inspected. The secret behind this effect is very simple. Take a card and fold it into 4 quarters. Then when you open it up, cut one line along one of the folds into the center, creating this flap system. To begin, hold the card on that line to hide it. Then show the spectator the card. Then fold up the card and turn the whole card over so the slit is here. At this point, you want to fold this quarter backwards like so. This means you have a flap here. Rotate the whole card round once to show everything is completely clean. Use your thumb then to pull off the back flap like this. Now push this flap all the way around and it will create the visual illusion that the card is just flipped inside out. From here you can then lift up this part too to show more of the card and rotate it round. Rotate the card until the flap is at the top. Now just flick it around and it looks as if the card is half folded over. This is a very strong and powerful moment. To end clean, just rip down the middle and pull the 2 cards apart. The magician takes a coin, taps it against the glass, and it goes straight through. Everything can be inspected. That was so visual, I want to show it to you again. Watch carefully. This is my favourite coin into glass trick ever. You're going to be amazed by just how easy this magic trick is. You need 2 of the same coin and a glass. Take one of the coins and place it in classic palms. You place it in the palm of your hand and then squeeze that coin with this muscle here on your thumb. This means you can turn your hand over and it looks like nothing is in your hand. With the coin there, display both the coin and the glass. Then simply display this coin on the tips of your fingers and come over and pick up the glass like this. This means that the coin in your palm is now resting directly over the glass. All you then do is you tap it and you go 1, 2, 3, and you just let the coin drop from your palm into the glass. At the same time, you've still got that coin down there. Just curl this hand away and let the spectator see both the coin, and the glass. I'm going to teach you how to move a deck of cards seemingly with your mind. The spectator chooses a card, in this case the Ace of Spades. The card is returned into the deck and then cut even more. Suddenly, the cards move by themselves. One card stands up alone, and it just so happens to be the spectator's Ace of Spades. This trick requires a sponge ball and a deck of cards. Screw up the sponge ball and place it into your hand like this, and then let the spectator choose any card that they like. In this case, the spectator has chosen the 7 of clubs. Now place their card on the very bottom of the deck, just above the sponge ball. So you show their card, pretend to push it into the middle of the deck, and then place it on the bottom of the deck, but from the front it looks like it's going into the middle. Now rotate your hand slightly and cut off a small number of cards and place them onto the table. Cut off another small packet and then place them onto the table, and then place the entire deck with the sponge ball underneath it onto the pile. Keep pressure down on the deck and this screws up the sponge ball even tighter. As soon as you release your hand, the sponge ball expands and makes one card rise up. The spectator's card. This is a really weird and strange illusion. Take the sponge ball and their card, and then as you turn the card over, simply just drag the sponge ball away with your hand. This is a really nice and new application of a sponge ball that I think is really powerful.